knowing we got a very long schedule today, and I really appreciate everyone coming here. Let me welcome everyone to the CFTC's Agricultural Advisory Committee meeting. This is the 34th meeting of the Advisory Committee. The CFT considers the 4 advisory committees, each chaired by a separate commissioner, to be a major element in the information gathering and public outreach programs of the Commission. I want to thank all of you for attending, and a special thanks for each of the presenters and reactors in today's panels. The panels are made up of experts from CFTC staff, the United States Department of Agriculture, and knowledgeable private parties from the exchanges, the trading industry, and market users community. Each of the panelists has spent a considerable amount of time in preparing for today's program, and I want to recognize the contribution of your time and expertise and offer my sincere thanks and appreciation for participating today. This meeting will revisit some of the market concerns that we have discussed in the past agricultural and other commission meetings. The issue of cotton contracts has been the subject of both industry and CFTC studies and will be discussed again today, specifically recent developments regarding the contracts delivery points. In the continuing and perplexing situation of lack of convergence in the wheat market is still with us and will be revised. In the last panel, we'll discuss livestock price reporting and livestock market fundamentals. Our format today will be the same as in the past. First, we'll hear from the presenters regarding what is going on in the specific market and what problems have been experienced. Then we'll hear from a panel of reactors who will provide expertise from the perspective of the trading and market users, and will be followed up by a period of question and answers by the Commission, the AAC, and the audience. As an added item, Don Heitman of the CFTC staff will give an overview of how the recent passage of Dodd-Frank bill specifically impacts agricultural commodities. Over the next years, the CFTC will be actively writing rules to implement the Frank-Dodd bill. The Commission values the input from the public and encourages members of the public to submit their views to the agency. To submit views on any of the 30 rule writing areas, go to cftc.gov, click the link to the OTC Derivatives Reform Becomes Law. Under the heading of a rule writing process, click on See List of OTC Rulemaking. Find the rule-making area you're interested in and click on it. From there, you will find email addresses to which you can send your comments regarding each of the rule-writing areas. If the press doesn't get anything else out of my opening statement, that last paragraph, I think, is of paramount importance. The chairman and staff is working as hard as they know how to do, and that's very hard, believe me. But we are overwhelmed with the short deadlines that we have to meet the Frank-Dodd provisions of the bill, and if the chairman has anything to say about it, we will meet those, and I'm confident that he is going to drive the staff and the Commission to be able to do that. But it is extremely important for the public to give us your input, and we're already being inundated with folks from the industry and lobbyist groups, special interest groups, trade associations, which is great. I mean, we've got to hear from them. But the best time I have found in getting your input into rulemaking is before pen goes to paper. So it is extremely important for you to lock onto those rule-making areas and give the staff that is beginning the development of these rules your input on what you think is important. So please, please do that. I want to thank all of you for your attendance and the staff, the CFTC, in making this possible, and I will ask the chairman if he has any opening remarks.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioner Dunn, for chairing today's meeting of the Agriculture Advisory Committee and for your leadership in this important area and for those remarks about the overall Dodd-Frank rulemaking effort. And as you say, we have a lot to do. This is a great agency. The staff is up to it, but we need the public's help. We need the public's comments. You're going to hear today about agricultural swaps, and we'll hear directly from this committee, and hopefully the public will weigh in. But all 30 areas that we've put on the website, I appreciate what Commissioner Dunn said, because it's really important to hear from the public and their thoughts. I want to also join Commissioner Dunn in thanking my fellow commissioners and all of the expert panelists here today. The importance of the timing of the meeting, of course, is it's the first public meeting since the Dodd-Frank bill passed, and that legislation for the first time will bring comprehensive regulation to the derivatives marketplace. Specifically, it will subject all the dealers themselves to comprehensive oversight. It will bring standardized derivatives to transparent trading venues and also to centralized clearing. This will greatly reduce risk in the marketplace and promote transparency for the public. And as we move forward with regard to this, I was just going to focus on the areas today that I'm keenly listening to is, of course, the questions of wheat convergence and the ICE cotton contract. And I'm particularly interested in the views of the committee regarding how we write rules with regard to these agricultural swaps. Don Heitman from our staff, of course, will give an overview later on this important subject. I'm interested in hearing the views of the committee on the ICE Futures Cotton No. 2 contract. You know so much more than I do about this subject. It's important that exchanges periodically review contract specifications and make sure that we're keeping up with the changing market environment. It's important that exchanges review delivery points so that they best reflect the changing characteristics of the physical marketplace. And of course, I look forward to your thoughts. With regard to the convergence in wheat contracts, recently the Chicago Board of Trade went through some similar issues. They implemented changes with regard to variable storage rates on the soft red winter wheat. But unfortunately, now we see the significant problems down in Kansas City that you're going to help advise us on. And it's really at the core of any futures contract that it converges. Without convergence, hedgers lose confidence in the marketplace, whether that be farmers, millers, grain elevator operators. So I'm particularly interested in how this contract that is having problems now can be addressed for hard red winter wheat. I look forward to hearing from the panel, the third panel on livestock price reporting. And again, I want to thank Commissioner Dunn and my fellow commissioners, as well as the full Agricultural Committee here today.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Summers.
Good morning. I just want to say thank you to Commissioner Dunn and to his staff for organizing the meeting today and for the excellent agenda items. And I want to say that I especially appreciate the forum